Very good. So first thing I have to check with the long division is that both numerator and the denominator are in descending order. Well, they are. And now the next thing I have to pay attention to is the fact that there is a missing term. So then I have t to the fourth, leave some space, 2t squared minus t minus 3, and everything divided by t plus 1. Is this okay so far? Okay. T times what is t to the fourth? T cubed. I go back and distribute. T to the third times t is t to the fourth. I subtract. T to the third times 1 is t to the third, and I subtract. I bring down 2 of those in order, in descending order. T times what is negative t to the third. This is the problem from your test. So if you have your negative t squared, I agree. Negative t squared times t is negative t cubed, but plus t cubed. Negative t squared times 1 is negative t squared, but plus t squared. So far, so good? So this is 3t squared. I bring down the next in line. Are you okay so far? Yes? Okay, now t times what is positive 3t squared? Positive 3t. So 3t times t is t squared. Subtract 3t squared. 3t times 1 is 3t. Subtract 3t. Perform the operations I see and bring down the next in line. This is the final question. T times what is negative 4t? Negative 4 times t is negative 4t. I have to change the sign. Negative 4 times 1 is negative, but I have to change the sign. I box in the remainder. And now, can anyone dictate the final answer?
T cubed.
Minus t squared plus 3t minus 4 plus 1 over t plus 1. Any questions? The plan for tonight is to work on word problems from chapter 2 and inequalities, and go through a couple of problems from chapter 1. And then answer your questions if you have any. I recommend redo all your tests between now and Tuesday at least 10 times.
I didn't say
Hold
anything.
you all to the same.
Can you bring it down some?
I'm officially making life easier. I'm decreasing that number quickly. I'm officially taking all of the here. What I do.
Good. Other questions before we choose word problems from chapter 2?
What's the answer to all the questions on the final?
55.
That would be hilarious.
55 questions?
I said what's the straight up answer to all the questions. How would you rate it?
And what percent of it is from chapter 6?
Well,
Like 2%?
they're balanced, kind of balanced.
Like
Other than the
5,
first chapter is not as big of a deal, but it's the basic, the basis of everything. So, okay. So, any questions before we pick problems from chapter 2? Yep. I have eyes on it. So, ready? Other questions for me? Anything? The last day to submit your student opinion survey is Sunday. Sunday, beyond Sunday, they're closed. You will not have access to them anymore. So between now and, yes, I know, many of you already submitted it, and I really appreciate it. Yes, Tracy?
You said we could text it to you, that would be the number on its own.
Yes,
So you got the-
yes, yes,
Can I share mine?
yes. I believe you.
Yeah, I emailed it to you and
Yes.
submitted it.
Yes, yes.
So do we, when we finish everything online, do we see that at the end of the course or like towards the end?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay. So how many, when is the extra credit, how many points is it finished?
I'll take a look at it, and I saw you are one of 3 people. 3 people worked very diligently.
I ain't finished, I mean, I'm.
You will finish. Good, I saw that, I looked.
On the computer?
So 30
She
points,
finished almost everything
So we still got time to finish everything?
till Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
the whole weekend.
And this is my next class. Homework.
I thought she was saying.
No, work on
it
my
had to be
next
done
class.
before we take each test.
Yeah,
Any-
that ain't that
That's
much.
why
I got stuff.
Any questions, please? Yes, Daniel?
I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, because that's what my review for the final.
No, I gave you several options because I'm giving finals at the same time. However, if you leave it for Wednesday, it may be too crowded. So I don't recommend it.
That's all right.
So you have Tuesday between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, anytime you want.
And it's here.
In this room, yes, yes, yes. Don't leave it for the last day. Things happen on the last day. You don't want to break down on Route 100 and not make it on Wednesday, because then I have to
So
put a
what time
zero.
on Tuesday?
I have to finish one sentence. So then I have to put a 0 on Thursday morning for the final exam. So please do not miss the final exam. Yes, please. Yes, Monday from 5 to 7, Tuesday from 3 to 7. Do not leave it for Wednesday. I don't recommend it. Yes. Other questions? Other questions, or we start? Yes.
Did you just give this class the option of coming here 3 days, or is it all your classes?
All my classes. So that's why I'm saying do not leave it for Wednesday. I don't recommend it. It may be too crowded.
I'll probably be here around like 4 on Tuesday.
Anytime between 3 and 7.
In this room, or two?
Yes.
And you said the test could probably take, like an hour?
Yes. You should take it about an hour and a half. If you know what you're doing, an hour and a half you should, but you use the time you have. I mean, I allow everyone from 3 to 7. Do not leave it for Wednesday, however. Be careful.
And your time on Wednesday is 3 to 7.
It's 3 to 7 as well, but it may be too crowded. You may have to take the test on the floor, and I don't want to do that. I can't do that.
On the floor?
Yep.
What floor? This floor right here?
If it's too crowded and there are not no seats available, okay?
That's
So,
fine.
other questions, please? Any questions for me, or we start reviewing from chapter 2? We finished everything except 2 and a little bit of 1. Any questions? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, very good. So, page 164. Page 164, let's start with. "30 gallons of a 20% acid solution." This is problem 77. 30 gallons of a 20% acid solution is needed for an experiment. Only 40% and 10% acid solutions are available. How much of each should be mixed to form the needed solution? Okay? So we want to mix these and get this. 30 gallons. So this is what we want to do. How do we do it? How many variables we have in this problem? You're welcome. How many variables we have in this problem? 2 variables, very good. X is the quantity, number of gallons from the first solution, and Y is the number of gallons coming from the second type of solution. Good. We are in problem 77 on page 164. Can anyone give us an idea? First of all, how many equations do we have to write? 2. We have 2 variables. We have to write 2 equations. Excellent. Good. Can anyone give us 1 equation out of 2?
X plus Y equals 30.
Thank you. Number of gallons from the first plus the number of gallons from the second have to add up to 30. No questions about that. Wonderful. Now,
X minus Y.
careful, careful.
We have to solve the actual
No, not yet. We have to determine or write the second equation and then we can.
20% equals.
Nope. 20% doesn't mean anything. If I say I have in my pocket 20%, doesn't mean anything. 30% means nothing. I have to say 20% of. So if you have $100 in your pocket, then I'll say I have 20% of what you have, which means I have $20. But if I say I have in my pocket 20% or 30%, you're going to say, of what? 20% of? Right. So how many gallons of pure solution we have here? I should say pure, exactly. 0.4x plus equals. 20 means nothing.
30.
0.2, like we did with all the other ones. It's okay. If you wrote it the other way, it's still the same thing. Of
30 gallons.
Of 30. Excellent. So let's solve the system. What will you do first? You can substitute, yes. But first let's simplify the second equation a little bit, and I will multiply it by 10. So x plus y equals 30. 0.4 times 10 is 4x. 0.1 times 10 is y. And 0.2 times 10 times 30 is 60. I want to eliminate decimal numbers. I'm allowed to multiply both sides by 10 to eliminate decimal numbers. 0.4 has 1 decimal digit, 0.1 has 1 decimal digit, and 0.2 has 1 decimal digit. I will multiply both sides by 10. And now, yes. Which one? Let's say we solve for x. So this is negative y plus 30. And we replace x in the second equation. 4 negative y plus 30 plus y equals 60. We distribute. Negative 5 4y plus 120 plus y equals 60. Combine like terms. Negative 3y equals negative 60. Y equals 20 gallons. If y is 20, then x must be 10. However, I have to check. This is not sufficient. I got 10 for x and 20 for y. So 10 comma 20, but that's not sufficient. I have to go back and check in the original problem.
Okay, x equals negative y plus 30. What do we do?
Let's say it again.
Trying to, where you get x equals negative 30.
I subtracted y from both sides to solve for x. You mean this one, this part? I subtracted y from both sides to solve for x. I moved this term to the other side to solve for x. And then I replaced in the second equation. Is this okay, everyone? So then I combine like terms and I solve for y. I got y equals 20. And then I went back here to determine x.
I still don't understand where you got 10.
Which one?
I said I still don't understand.
This
where
one?
You got 10, yeah.
This
Well,
one?
no, at the top where you multiplied everything by 10.
When we solved equations with decimal numbers, we normally eliminated the decimal numbers. So if it's one decimal digit, I multiply by 10. If I have two decimal digits, I multiply by 100. If you want to work with decimal numbers, you can, but it will be more difficult. I'm not saying that you have to multiply both sides by 10.
That's
If-
what I was like. I thought it was like a given rule. So I was trying to
No, you will get the same thing if you don't multiply both sides by 10, but you will work harder.
What would it be if you wanted to solve for one first?
You want to solve this one for y?
And then you chose y
You-
first, whatever.
You mean to solve this equation for y and say negative x plus 30. You would have to replace it in here, you will get the same answer, but I have to check the answer. I didn't get the chance to check the answer. So 10, 20, 10, 20. 10 plus 20 is indeed 30, no question there. Now 0.4 times 10 is 4, 0.1 times 20 is 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6, because 0.2 times 30 is 6. So both equations, the solution checks in both equations, therefore it's the only solution. Any questions?
Can we do another one like this?
Yes, we had a lot in class as well, but let's do, I don't know where to find more, because I think we did all of them.
Watch the video.
Let's find another.
I just get 10 and 20 again.
I'm sorry.
I forgot how you got 10.
So I divide both sides by negative 3 and I get 20. And then I replace 20 here to get 10. Okay, let me try to find another with mixture. They are on page. Problem solving. Okay, problem 48 on page 136. How much water should be added to 30 gallons of a solution that is 70% antifreeze to get a mixture that is 60% antifreeze?
Oh, we did this.
I know we did it, but I don't know what, I can't find another. Okay, let's try to find another. If you find another, point that out to me. I just can't seem to find another. Yes, I also remember doing that.
What's pen 48?
Same page? This is 48.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
in my
I
notes.
remember doing it. Yes, I do remember it.
You run through 48 anyways.
Hmm?
Can we run through 48 anyways?
Yes, page 136. Okay, so how much water should be added? That's the water. Should be added to 30 gallons of a solution that is 70% antifreeze to get a mixture that is 60% antifreeze. Okay. How many variables we have in this problem? So we want to determine how many gallons of water we have to add. And when I add X gallons of water to 30 gallons of water, what do I get as a result of that? How much do I get? You have 30 and I'm giving you X. You have 30 and X plus 30, very good. Okay, and what is the concentration of antifreeze in water?
0.
We really hope that, of course. So 0. Good. Since there is only one variable, you will give how many equations then? 1. So I'm ready when you are. I'm not there yet. I start from left to right. Can you shut the door if there is somebody talking on the phone or something? Thank you. Yes. If you stop there, I will say it doesn't exist.
30.
Very good. Multiply by 30 plus. Although it will be 0, I want to write it. 0, the percent, times, good, equals,
60.
very good. But I have to write the percentage first. 0.6 times x plus 30. Okay, 1 minute. This is a linear equation. You have a lot to review. You have a lot to review.
3 times. Yeah, all your tests 3 times.
In addition to 10.
Just 3, not 13. That one number.
For guaranteed success, I recommend definitely more than 3. You choose, but definitely more than 3. Okay, ready? How much is 0.7 times 30?
21.
Very good. How much is 0 times x?
0.
Good. So this is, no, 0 times x is 0. So 0.6 times x plus 18. Good. No, no x. So I subtract 18 from both sides. So 3 equals 0.6 times x. Therefore, x is 3 divided by 0.6. So x equals 5 gallons. So in order to dilute the 30 gallons of 70% antifreeze to a solution that has or is 60% concentration, I have to use 5 gallons of water.
I understand this problem better.
Good. Very good. Which means please review it so you're very comfortable with it.
Is that a hint?
So
Say it again.
Is that a hint?
divided 18%.
The hint is to redo everything as many times as you can.
It's like when you say everything that you have to do instead of writing it, it makes it easier because I'm not advanced as you are. So when you break everything down as you're doing it, it's just like, oh, that's how you got that.
Okay.
You know, it just makes it easier.
Good. Very good. Let's look at the inequalities. So for example, 95.
Same page.
Yes. X plus 4 greater than or equal to 6x minus 16. And then 98.
What page? Not on 130.
2 less than or equal to 3x minus 4 less than 6. We are on page 164. At the review of chapter 2. Okay, so let's work on 95. First step, please. I agree. Negative 5x. And also move forward to the other side. Excellent. This is what I would have done. There are other ways, but this is what I would have preferred. And then?
Divide both sides by -5.
Good. So then x and 4. And what happens?
Change the sign.
This switch the symbol. Very good. So then x in the interval. Can anyone give us the interval now?
Bracket.
Careful. It's less than. So you have to start on the left.
Negative or infinity.
Very good.
And then comma 4.
Yes?
Yeah. That's
Perfect.
what I meant to say.
Good. So let's work on 98. First step, please. Add 4 to all three sides. 6, 3x, 10. We're adding 4 to all three sides. And then
Divide
by,
3 sides by 3.
very good. So 2 less than or equal to x less than 10/3. How do I write this in interval notation?
Brackets 2.
Good, perfect. Problem 101. Tina earns $175 per week, plus a 5% commission on all her sales. Find the minimum amount of sales to ensure that she earns at least $300 per week. So how much should she sell to earn at least $300 a week?
Commission on the base or commission on the sales?
On the sales. So how much should she sell, yes, to get her total to be at least $300 a week? So she gets 175, but she wants more. She gets also 5% of the sales. So how much should she sell?
How much are the sales?
Sell, yes. Thank you.
What does that say, 175?
Per week,
That's a guarantee.
yes,
Okay, guaranteed.
yes, yes. And 5% of what she sells, of the figure. What do I have to write? If it says at least 300, what will I write?
Greater than or equal to 300.
Excellent. So you're saying I have to write an inequality. Excellent. Good. So what do we have on the left-hand side? The right-hand side is perfect. What do we have on the left-hand side?
175
Yes?
plus
5x.
0.05 x being the sales per week. Excellent. 1 minute. Okay, first step.
Subtract 175.
Good. And now?
Divide by 0.05.
So we have x has to be greater than or equal to 2. Okay, very good. So if she sells at least $2,500 a month, per week, then she will get her minimum $300 per week.
So, you don't flip this on?
I'm dividing by a positive number. Very good. Problem 86. A $50,000 retirement pension is to be invested into 2 accounts.
Oh, this on paper.
The 50,000 or the retirement account. Okay. So $50,000 retirement pension is to be invested into 2 accounts. A money market fund that pays 8.5%, in your dreams. And a certificate of deposit that pays 10.5%. How much should be invested at each rate to provide an yearly interest income of $4,550? Interest per year.